You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. There's a light up there when nobody is awake. There's a light up there when nobody is awake. There's a light up there when nobody is awake.
Hi. What happened to my nose? Where's Remy? Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. You over it? Are you done with me? Are you over it? Is that what you just done? Okay. Hi everybody. How are we doing? What are we up to? Oh. Let me get situated. Ooh, not me rocking everything all over the place. Welcome in everybody. Oh, not the ad break in progress. That is the one thing I forgot to do. I meant to run the ad breaks in the little intro piece, which is what I should do from now on in general, because it gives us a longer break in the beginning of stream before one runs. I don't know why I haven't done that before. Can't believe my eyes. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome in. Congratulations, K-Fox, on your 7th first in the chat. Welcome in. Hi, Nicole. Not finally. Hi, Nicole. Welcome in. Just missed first because talking to Ivy. Missed you. I missed y'all. I was gonna stream, remember, on Monday, but by the end of it all, it was like I would have been on for less than 2 hours probably by the time I was done with everything. And at that point, it just wasn't. I was like, it's not worth the effort. And then I was probably gonna end up being late to go pick up my sister, and I was like, I don't want to risk it. So we did not stream obviously on Monday, so we're back now. Hi Sting, hi Grizz, welcome in. Hi homie 23. Oh, it's glitching, I fear. Right, you know, because obviously you haven't been just abandoning me, you know. How are you, homie? Hope you're feeling better a little bit. Not maybe just well, yeah, he did. Now he's giving me kisses though. Now he's giving me kisses. Oh, I'm not gonna. I used to be able to grab my camera really easy and flip it. This thing's big and heavy, and if I put it back, it's gonna not be pointing in the right direction. I'm not touching it. Never mind. Y'all don't get to see the in the lap cam anymore. It's been a damn week already. It's kind of been that for me too. I'm kind of just ready to be done, and I have to go in again on Friday because I didn't do it yesterday or last week. And the week before that, I didn't do it because I didn't want to. Or was it the opposite? I was off on Friday this past week. The week before that, I didn't want to. It's just a big cycle of not going in 3 times a week. So I gotta just do 3 this week to at least just kind of boost those numbers for the end of November when they check the attendance. You know what I mean? Gotta get close to the number. You know, that way they have people with even worse numbers to go deal with. They don't have enough time to get to me. So I will unfortunately be going in again on Friday, but I might be able to leave early. The thing that's also unfortunate is like my sister's gonna be here. So she's here in town, but she's in the city the next like 2 days. Because she's actually here for a concert, so she's spending the night. That's why I can stream tonight. But on Friday, she'll actually be here all day. And I'm like, it's just so fucking annoying that I have to go in. But like I've already pushed it so many weeks, I was like, I need to get a 3-day weekend for this month. So that's what I'm dealing with. I am fully committing, I think, to if I don't have a meeting, I'm gonna take my meeting from 11 to 12. I'm gonna get up after that meeting ends and I'm gonna leave. So big and heavy. Well, I don't know if you saw my post Friday. I did. I meant to reply and then I'm just the fucking worst. Actually, similar, very unfortunately similar situation happened with my family yesterday. Mom had to put our whatever dog down, but she was like 16 years old, so like she lived a very long, very good life, and she was just at a point where she was kind of in pain and stuff. So I've kind of like weirdly been like pretty okay with it, because again it was like she lived longer than a lot of dogs, and like that was, I don't know, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm giving it the good viewpoint, you know? So. BB Soy, hi. Hi, bye, Soy, how are you? Hi, Tootleus, how are you doing, Tootleus? Hi, Gorge. Did you just call me as big as a gorge? Did you just call me the size of the Grand Canyon? That's crazy, Tootie. That's how you come in here? That's wild. That's crazy. Calling me a gorge. That's insane. Now, Thoughty, go back to work or whatever. You still working? Don't you got a client or something right now or something? You might not work this late, I don't know. Not gaping. And what's wrong with being big? Wow. Not about calling me big. A canyon. A gorge. A fjord, if you will. Facts are facts, America. What'd you call me? Cavernous. How are y'all doing? How is your Wednesday? How are your weeks? I hope y'all are doing okay. I wanted to, as the title says, we're gonna do a little politics check-in. I think this is kind of what I'm thinking I may do as like the format of anytime something comes up that I want to discuss or give like a little information about, an update about, share a resource or two or something about something that comes up in any big events, is maybe do like an appropriate stream that comes up around that time and do like an intro related to the topic and then bounce into like games or something from there, so that, you know, we get to get a little breakup. We have a chance to clock in, you know, check things out, see what's going on a certain topic or a certain area, and then go ahead and be able to step back out of it for a bit, give ourselves the time to rest, and then go ahead and go back to whatever the resources are that I might have shared or whatever, and use those, you know, when you all are able to either get involved, get educated about something, maybe share some perspectives or resources or information that y'all have. I feel like that might be a good format. We're gonna see how it works. Obviously, if we get to a point where it's a big event, I may do full streams that are just completely related to that political topic or whatever, but we're gonna try it out. So today's our first one since the election, and I kind of wanted to jump into something. It actually was because I was watching Hassan's stream, and he had a very good interview discussion with some people, including Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, on U.S. immigration, and a couple people from an organization that I would love to share with everyone, and then share a couple of moments from that, so we can kind of get in touch with what, you know, some of their messaging is, and then share some resources, and then we'll go ahead and move on into a little bit of distraction and entertainment from there. And I feel like that might be a good way to consume a lot of this information for anyone that would like to pop in and stay involved, like I've been talking about wanting to do. So that's kind of the plan for tonight. Praying for 5th of November for y'all. Now, what happened for y'all 5th of November? Isn't 5th of November? Wait, hold on. That's crazy. Isn't that when somebody tried to blow up the... Right. Well... I don't know if I'm going to comment on that on stream live. You know what I mean? Where is... Here we go. Let me clear this. Okay, make sure that's still there. There we're good. Hi, Tuggy. Not that face. That's crazy. Didn't he fail anyway? Nothing even happened, so it's fine. Wait, what was that? Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I would like to... I'll share a couple of... Nobody died? Nobody was killed? Nobody was killed at Stonewall? So... I would like to jump into a couple of moments from that discussion, and then I will also share in the Discord from that point links to the resources, the organization that we talked about, and also like links and timestamps if you would like to watch the full, the entire full, whatchamacallit, interview discussion. That is available. It is a very good discussion. It's a really good talk through, you know, perspectives on, you know, the kind of immigration situation in the United States, and also kind of correct, accurate messaging on why Trump, and also, let's be honest, the Democrats, like, it was also Kamala's messaging on immigration, and then ways that you can get involved. So I think it was definitely a good talk. I'll narrow it down for a little bit of what we watch and then get into on our side. But I do have some information and links and stuff ready for the politics announcement Discord as well. For anyone that has not seen that message yet, or has not seen it, or is not aware yet, in the Discord there is a new U.S. politics. I may just change it to politics in general, because sometimes, obviously, like, I don't know, they're one and the same kind of in most senses, but things are relevant in other countries as well. So anyway, there is a political section now in the Discord. There's a political announcements page for me to post things like this with resources and stuff, so they're easy to find. There's a rules section as far as just some extra rules and outlines and guidelines of how to interact with each other, and then a discussion page for now. I think it will expand. I'm not sure how yet, but it's something I'm going to evolve as we go along. I didn't want to try and pre-plan everything because I figured it would get messy. So it will evolve over time, but the biggest thing I wanted to point out is in the political rules section. I also made the latest thing in the political announcements section kind of outlines what I'm talking about here. But in the political rules section, there is a reaction role called the politics role. So I will no longer be using @everyone in that section of the Discord. It is available to everyone. It's available to everyone that is a member level. Anyone and everyone can go into those sections. They can read and what's in there, and they can participate in that section of the Discord. But only people with the politics role will receive notifications when I post things in the announcements and things like that. So if you would like to get the immediate notifications, definitely jump over there, go into the rules section and react to the rules message, and you will get that role. You can also remove it, so it is it's like an on-off switch. So if there's a period of time you go in there, turn it on, you will have the politics role. If there's a period of time where you need to like step away and you just want to kind of step back and give yourself some rest, you can go back in there, click it again, and remove your reaction, and it will remove the role from you. And you can go back and forth and add it and remove it as you would like to. Like I said, that is just for you to receive the notifications. But at any time, anyone still has full access to go in there and participate and stay up to date in that section of the Discord. So that's the purpose of that area. I just want to make it clear, like I said, everyone and anyone can use it, and everyone and everyone can see it and be in there. But if you want those notifications to come through for the announcements and things like that, go ahead and react to the rules, and it will give you the role to be able to get those notifications. Okay, very random off topic to what you're talking about, but Donald Trump bringing out Nigel Farage saying he's a big thing over here. At least voted Haiti Party had a mess. Well, okay, but also he talks about, I mean, he's a big thing because in Trump's eyes, he's the guy that sucked his dick the most, Although, didn't, what's his name? Who's the other guy? Who's the other white balding guy? That also sucks, but he actually does get, like, support more, or did get more support at one time anyway. What the fuck was his name? It's all our political leaders. You know who I'm talking about, right? He was a party leader who was Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson is the other one I was thinking of. He at least it was similar too, and I feel like sucked Trump's dick for a little while and then didn't, and I don't know, there was like, I feel like there were a bunch of different times where I was just, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. I want to jump into kind of giving that update. I have a couple of sections of the discussion that happened on Hassan's stream just a couple hours ago. Really good messaging from both Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib and then also from a couple of members of the United, what the fuck? My brain. United We Dream organization. And that is some of the resources that I will also share in the Discord for people that would like to learn more about them and stay in touch, or maybe even become active with getting their notifications and maybe going to some events, things like that. We're gonna go ahead and cut the music for that. So let me see. We're gonna jump over here. I might cut. What happens when I go here? Oh, this is fine. Okay. So to start things off, like I said, I'll share in the Discord the link to the full VOD with the timestamp. I think the link should take you to the timestamp of the entire discussion if you would like to watch the full discussion back and forth with everyone. But top right here is Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, and then both of these people are organized within the United We Dream organization. And I believe, let me see, what is this? What times do I have? So this is initially kind of some discussion response around the question. I don't know if the question is in this or not. Hassan asking how people can get organized to kind of work locally in your local organizations. Obviously, this is relevant mostly to people in the U.S. Because of the way our systems work, and this being relevant to us. But it is still important. It's still a good way to some good messaging. It's also one of the things that I have been trying to do in a lot of these discussions. Right? I guess before we jump into this too. Obviously, there's cabinet things to update on, but bottom line, long story short, it looks bad. It looks real rough and bad, but I don't think anyone's shocked by that. We may talk about that in a future session once everything is in. There's still confirmations to go on. But anyway, the question here, I wanted to make sure we kind of try to find messaging and things to stay optimistic, kind of like we did in the election, right, coverage. And so this has some really good, especially the people with United We Dream, have some really good messaging on, how we get organized, how you can stay active, and also like reasons to do that and why it is important to be able to do that. In particular, this is just about immigration specifically, and like Donald Trump's mass deportation policies and things like that, what you can do in response to those. But there's people with messaging like this and ways you can get organized like that on really all of the topics and things that we'll, I'm sure, be covering plenty across all of the time that we're dealing with this administration. Blue, welcome in. How are you doing? I was just going to recap. We're jumping into a little bit of a politics update, and then we're going to jump into some games to step away from it. So let me kick this off. This portion of the discussion, like I said, is kind of a couple of the little recaps and summaries on how to get involved and why to. Hopefully also a little bit of motivation to feel better, see there are people that are organized and fighting back, and there are ways that we can join them. And I'll share some of those resources too. So, okay, I wondered that. I'm going to have to unmute Twitch, but I need to mute the streams that I'm lurking in individually before I do that. Remy, what is wrong? Okay, we're going to unmute the site, and then let's watch this.
How do we start having conversations then with our local elected officials to push for protections for immigrants in their own cities, in their own states? How can people start this? How can people begin this process?
Start off. I mean, I think the Congresswoman can definitely absolutely touch on this too. And I feel like there's tiers to this. I feel like there's tiers to the engagement. And oftentimes, like when we're faced with something so massive, like mass deportations, like all of the horrible things that Trump is promising, I want to acknowledge that there is a sense of like heavy weight and emotion that we feel knowing that a Trump administration is coming. But I also know that like this moment really does call on young people to have the courage to take steps in their own communities to really shore up protections for immigrant communities. We've heard Tom Homan is added to his cabinet. We've heard Stephen Miller is added to his cabinet. We can be blue in the face talking about how horrible these people are, but what are the actions we are actually going to take between now and Trump's inauguration to make sure that we are minimizing the damage and the impact that it will have on our communities? I think one thing is like, to the people who are listening, if you're a student, how are you talking to your administration? If you're on college campuses, how are you pushing your administration to make sure that your college grounds are not places where ICE can come on and take students from their classrooms? How are you protecting your immigrant peers? Workplaces, we all work, right? So how are you making sure your work sites are places that protect your colleague who sits right next to you every day at work? We know that those are tangible ways that we can be taking action right now as allies, as directly impacted people. And then, of course, there is pushing your state and local electeds. And that's one of the things that United We Dream Action has been focusing on, is we have been trying to push mayors and governors and city council members to be bold and unapologetic right now in not only publicly stating that they are not going to comply with this, but actually doing so through action. And I think you heard the Congresswoman talk about this even in her local district, and so she can probably attest to this even deeper. But that's what I want people to know, is that this isn't the time to like retreat into this sense of despair of like, oh shit, Trump is coming. There's nothing we can do. There is a lot we can do. And that's part of what United We Dream Action is building. It's that independent political home for young people to be engaged, to get connected to each other, and to actually figure out together, here are the avenues that you can take. Here's where we're organizing in the streets. Here's where we're pushing our members of Congress, and to actually find those opportunities to be a part of those solutions.
So we'll play more of that because he speaks, and then Rashida has some comments as well that I think are really important, just beyond immigration specifically. But I don't know. I just think that's like a really good message. I think it's important to hear and see other people that are doing busting their asses doing the initial heavy work of setting up organizations like this, and then setting them up as a way for people like us to be able to jump into them very easily and stay in touch very easily. Oh my God, Remy's gonna drive me fucking crazy. And so I will, like I said, I'll go ahead. I have a message ready. I'm just going to post it in the Discord right now for anyone. It has some of the links. One just to United We Dream as it is. And then, can I edit this? Oh, I guess it's fine. I want to try and anyway, I'll mess with that later. So for anyone that has a politics role, you probably just got a notification. I did share some of the details around United We Dream for their website if you'd like to learn more as we watch some of this. And then there's also a link to what they call the squad, which is something you can join to get more notifications directly from them and some information sent directly to you from them to stay in touch. Also to kind of, it's where they kind of organize some upcoming events. You can look for local events in your area, things like that. If you would like to get even more involved, if you have the chance to. And then I have the link just to the VOD with the section of the entire discussion for anyone that would like to go there. So if you want to follow along and kind of do some of that while we're watching as well.
If I could add something very quickly to what Annabelle just shared, is that, when institutions fail us, we turn to community, we turn to organizers. And I think, one of the main reasons why we're even here today is because we need you. We need allies. We need people who will fight for us and will keep us safe in the communities where we exist, right? Like,